Hello, in this third video I will explain the second concept that we will study for this week. This is the monetary transmission mechanism, which means we will study how does monetary policy affect the economy. Luckily, you already studied this in macroeconomics, so I hope you remember most of the things we mentioned here. This is like a graph that you find in the web page of the Central Bank or El Banco de la República here. So I will use it to explain the transmission mechanisms. So the first case is the one where the central bank reduces the intervention interest rates. And the central bank can do that when projected inflation is below the target range. So we identify here at least four mechanisms. The first one is, well, if the interest rate reduces in the country, then capitals will flow out, right? So it means the exchange rate will devaluate. And if the exchange rate devaluates, it means that the demand will increase. Why? Because the net exports will increase. So because exports are more attractive, and then the demand increases. So this action of the central bank helps to boost the economy, right? So if the demand increases, then prices and cost increases, and then prices increases, and then inflation increases. Well, that's the first mechanism. Second mechanism, again, increases the exchange rate, which means that the imports, like the inputs and goods that we consume that are imported, they increase their price because of the devaluation, right? So that means that devaluation will directly increase prices and cost of the inputs that firms use, which means that inflation will increase. That's the second mechanism. Let's go to the third mechanism. Then, if the central bank reduces the intervention rates, then all the interest rates in the economy will fall as well. Yeah, and then the demand will increase. Why? Because the credit is cheaper, so consumption and investment will increase. And then if the demand increases, then the prices increases, and then the inflation increases. Okay, so that's the third mechanism. And then we have the fourth mechanism, that is that when the central bank does this expansionary policy of reduction of interest rate, then expectations of economic agents will rise. So their expectations about inflation will increase. And then, of course, if people expect that prices will increase, then prices will increase. It's like a self-fulfilled prophecy, right? And then inflation increase. So remember to have completely clear each of these four mechanisms and to understand which components of the demand are affected for each of these mechanisms. Like here we identify the net exports, like the exports and imports. Here we identify like the consumption and investment, like the components of the demand that change. And here, well, this is like a direct effect in expectations. So in a fourth and last video, I will explain the other case when the central bank increases the intervention rates.